In a world saturated with noise, shouting advertisements, relentless notifications, the ceaseless hum of engines, we often overlook the profound significance of silence. Each sound we encounter carries words, meanings, and messages, yet between these verbal interludes lies a powerful, often neglected companion: stillness. In this documentary, we embark on an introspective journey to understand why the silence between words holds an invaluable place in our lives. Imagine for a moment the calm that envelops you on a quiet morning, where the only sounds are the gentle rustling of leaves and the distant call of a bird. In this expanse of tranquility, a peculiar phenomenon occurs. Ideas emerge more clearly. Your thoughts unfurl like blossoming flowers, each petal revealing a new insight. Silence isn't merely the absence of sound, it's fertile ground where creativity thrives, profound reflection takes root, and emotional clarity can be unearthed. Consider the profound works of literature, for instance. Renowned authors like Virginia Woolf and James Joyce often stretch the boundaries of language to explore what remains unspoken, those elusive feelings and thoughts that dissolve into silence. The ellipsis in a novel, the space between two phrases, prompts readers not just to fill in the gaps with their own emotions, but to engage more deeply with the text itself. Woolf wrote in a space where silence breathed. Her characters existed in moments of contemplation, allowing readers to explore their internal landscapes. It is here, in the interplay of silence and language, that the heart of human experience is truly felt. We find that stillness becomes a canvas, a backdrop against which the human soul paints its most intricate patterns. But why do we often shun this space? In an age that glorifies busyness, silence is often met with discomfort. We fill our lives with sounds and distractions, social media, endless chatter, the news cycle. But within this cacophony, have we lost touch with ourselves? As we engage in this exploration of stillness, let us not shy away from the unsettling nature of silence. Instead, allow it to guide us toward deeper self-awareness. The philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche once said, "Silence is a deep and profound thing." The depth of silence is where authenticity resonates. In those moments of pause, we can confront our fears, aspirations, joys, and sorrows. Just imagine sitting in utter stillness, confronting your innermost thoughts, stripped of pretense. What do you discover in that space? Is it fear, hope, regret, or perhaps a longing for connection, not just with others, but with yourself? Silence holds a mirror to our inner life, reflecting the complexities that language often fails to encapsulate. It's within these silent interludes that the seeds of great understanding are sown. Take a breath and consider the profound conversations that can emerge when words are intentionally held back. When you observe someone intimately, perhaps a partner or a friend, how often do you simply listen, allowing the silence to guide your understanding of their unspoken feelings? The pauses in dialogue can often speak more than the words themselves. An example that unfurls this insight further is the tender relationship between a parent and child. In those quiet moments of shared experiences, watching the sun dip below the horizon, playing in the backyard, or reading books together, do we not find a close connection that flourishes in silence? These interactions remind us that stillness nurtures relationships. Caregivers often realize that a simple hug in silence, rather than a flurry of words, can convey more love and understanding than an entire dialogue. Stillness also acts as a balm for the weary mind. In our quest for constant stimulation and validation through conversation, we often neglect the needs of our inner self, a self that yearns for peace. Silence allows for renewal, offering a chance to reflect and recharge. Think about the introspective nature of a long walk alone, or a few moments of meditation in the chaos of your day. Here lies a powerful tool for resilience, a sanctuary where thoughts can crystallize and clarity can emerge. Now, let's explore how silence has influenced practices around the globe. Contemplative traditions emphasize the importance of stillness, from the serene settings of mountaintop monasteries to the stillness found in the depths of a forest. These practices provide spaces for introspection and clarity, fostering a connection to something greater than oneself. Buddhism, in particular, teaches that silence is essential for mindfulness, where being present in the now allows for transformative experiences. Each still moment is a glimpse into the tapestry of existence, woven with threads of peace, introspection, and connection. Can we cultivate this stillness in our restless lives? As we proceed through this documentary, let us delve deeper into the significance of silence, identify the barriers obstructing our connection with it, and learn how embracing stillness can lead to a more profound understanding of ourselves and the world around us. The barriers to embracing stillness. Embarking on the journey toward stillness is akin to navigating through a dense thicket, where so many distractions and disturbances seek to pull us back into the noise. The fast-paced rhythm of modern life, laden with demands, responsibilities, and incessant connectivity, often casts a long shadow over our attempts to embrace silence. But what are the barriers that obstruct this quest for tranquility? Why do we find ourselves pulling away from the stillness that offers respite and reflection? To begin, let us examine our relationship with technology, the insatiable beast that craves our attention at every turn. With the advent of smartphones and social media, silence has become a prized yet elusive entity. Notifications buzz persistently, a chorus beckoning us to react, respond, and engage. The average American spends over 7 hours a day interacting with screens, and in this digital domain, silence seems altogether foreign. Have we inadvertently traded genuine interactions for virtual exchanges, where the cacophony of voices drowns out our internal monologue? Consider this. Every ping of a notification disrupts the rhythm of our existence, fragmenting our focus and leaking our mental energy. In moments of silence, we lose ourselves in the pressure to remain relevant, viral, and connected. Yet, in this sensory overload, what are we sacrificing? Is the pursuit of being heard consuming our ability to listen to ourselves, to others, and to the world around us? As we drift deeper into this exploration, we face another formidable barrier: the pervasive fear of stillness itself. Silence can be unsettling, an abyss where our discomfort rises to the surface. In stillness, we may confront our unresolved emotions, dormant dreams, and hidden fears. A torrent of thoughts may flood our minds, each seeking attention and resolution. This battleground of introspection can feel overwhelming, inducing anxiety that prompts us to recoil from silence and rush back into frenetic activity. Take the story of a young woman named Sarah, who, after years of relentless busyness, decided to carve out time for reflection. Each moment of stillness gave way to buried feelings, an unresolved breakup, familial expectations, and personal ambitions. The pain of facing these truths left her feeling vulnerable and raw. How many of us, like Sarah, find ourselves fearful of what stillness might reveal? How often do we opt for distractions simply to avoid facing the deeper questions of our lives? It's easy to understand why many people associate silence with loneliness or isolation. We have been raised to value engagement, charismatic conversation, and boisterous laughter, which often eclipse the quieter emotions. In our social dynamics, silence can trigger feelings of awkwardness or unease. The unfilled gaps in conversation become tension-filled spaces, causing us to rush to fill them with chatter, often meaningless, yet anxiously sought. Yet, perhaps it is within these tense pauses that the most profound connections reside. Imagine two friends sitting together, comfortable enough to share a silence that wraps around them like a warm blanket. The stillness offers them a refuge where thoughts can drift into space and unspoken understanding flourishes. Why do we not foster such moments more often? Can we dare to embrace the quiet as a form of connection rather than avoid? We also confront social conditioning that reinforces the notion that we must always be doing. The societal message of productivity breeds a sense of guilt when we step into moments of silence. Shouldn't I be working? We might wonder, as the demands of life press against us like an invisible weight. This ethos of busyness paradoxically strips us of the very essence of humanity, our ability to think deeply, feel profoundly, and connect authentically. What if the antidote to our self-imposed stress lies in the very act of doing nothing at all? Consider the narrative of the ancient Greek philosopher Socrates, who championed the value of introspection. He believed that an unexamined life is not worth living. Socrates often engaged his students in dialogues that fostered reflection, inviting them to question their beliefs and values. In a society clamoring for answers, he recognized the importance of silence, allowing thoughts to simmer, questions to evolve, and realizations to blossom. By embracing the stillness, we honor the richness of our inheritance, our capacity for thought and inquiry. Yet, in our quest for stillness, we must also recognize the power dynamics at play in our lives. Silence can bear different meanings, shaped by context and social structures. For marginalized voices or underrepresented communities, silence may be synonymous with oppression or exclusion. In these circumstances, reclaiming silence becomes an act of empowerment. We must listen, create spaces where people can speak, where their voices resonate amidst the quietness, creating a deeper sense of belonging. It is vital to explore not only our aversions to stillness, but also the choices available to us that can facilitate a peaceful communion with silence. Whether through meditation, mindfulness practices, or simply engaging in nature, we must consciously carve out pathways to connect with our interior selves. What if, instead of avoiding moments of stillness, we sought them out deliberately, cultivating an appreciation that every second of silence can lead us toward clarity and emotional resonance? As we continue our exploration, let us unravel the dimensions of embracing stillness, meeting the barriers with courage and compassion. By engaging with our fears, expectations, and societal constructs, we may find the liberation inherent in silence, a doorway leading to a deeper understanding of ourselves and the vibrant, intricate world that surrounds us. Navigating the barriers to silence is only the first step in our odyssey. Now, we must embark on the journey of cultivating stillness in our chaotic lives. This practice calls for intentionality and a willingness to embrace the discomfort of quietude. In a realm where distractions loom large, we have the opportunity to forge deeper connections, not only with ourselves but also with the world that thrives in the unseen, in the spaces. Between our spoken words, let's set the stage with a story from the ancient tradition of Zen Buddhism. A young monk once approached his master, exuding an air of urgency. "Master," he implored, "I seek enlightenment. Teach me!" The master replied with an enigmatic smile, handing the monk a cup filled to the brim with tea. As the tea began to spill over, the master calmly remarked, "Just like this cup, you are too full. You must first empty yourself before you can receive anything new." This powerful metaphor underscores the essence of stillness. To experience the depth of silence, we must first create space within ourselves. This could mean letting go of preconceived notions, biases, and incessant chatter, which clogs our minds, swaying our thought process into turbulent waters. How often have you felt overwhelmed, bombarded by thoughts racing like wild horses, every one of them galloping towards a distant horizon? The challenge is to rein in these thoughts, embracing moments of stillness as opportunities for reinvention. We can begin this journey through small, actionable steps. Picture a sanctuary created within your day, whether it's 5 quiet minutes in the morning or a tranquil evening ritual. Perhaps you might choose to step outside, breathing in the crisp air as you listen to nature's symphony, that subtle reminder that the world thrives in silence. Allow for the beauty of absence, absence of sound, absence of thought, as you observe leaves dancing in the breeze. Mindfulness meditation, a practice rooted in centuries of wisdom, can serve as an ideal gateway into stillness. When we intentionally sit in silence, we offer ourselves a canvas upon which the strokes of self-awareness may bloom. Picture yourself seated comfortably, your eyes gently closing and your attention softening. As you anchor yourself in the present, you may choose to focus on your breath, a subtle rhythm that connects you to the flow of life itself. In those moments, thoughts may arise, some gentle, some aggressive. Rather than wrestle with them, allow these thoughts to drift by, like leaves on a flowing river, and simply return your focus to your breath. Notice the immense peace that arises in giving yourself permission to simply be. This practice nurtures patience, insight, and a deeper connection with the intricate web of your inner world. Furthermore, engaging with creative avenues can enhance your experience of silence. Art, writing, or music can facilitate a connection to emotions that words often fail to capture. Imagine a painter standing before a blank canvas, brush in hand, the colors waiting to be unleashed, ripe with potential. The process becomes a dance between silence and creation, a journey inward that unfolds with each stroke. Similarly, the contemplative act of journaling, committing thoughts to paper in the stillness of your mind, can reveal insights that emerge only in silence. Without the echo of others' opinions and devoid of judgment, writing invites you to explore the intricate layers of your emotions, thoughts, and memories. What often looks like scattered chaos transforms into a narrative, clarifying, articulating, and understanding one's inner dialogue. As you nurture stillness, it is essential to honor its imperfections. Silence is often interspersed with vulnerability and uncertainty. Confronting discomfort doesn't mean abolishing it. Rather, it means gently navigating through it, allowing it to reveal the richness of your experience. Much like the gentle ebb and flow of the ocean, silence carries its weight, sometimes light and refreshing, other times deep and turbulent. Can we learn to embrace this duality? Now let's take a deeper dive into silence's role in relationships. When we consciously carve out still moments within our interactions, pauses that allow for reflection and contemplation, we cultivate empathy and connection. Picture a conversation where, instead of jumping to respond, both individuals take a breath, considering their words. In this space, understanding flourishes. The resonance of thought deepens, and communication evolves into something meaningful. Consider the power of listening, a profound practice often overshadowed by the dynamics of talking. Silent listening offers us an opportunity to absorb the essence of what is being shared, unearthing insights that words alone cannot convey. In those moments of stillness, we find ourselves forging deeper human connections. The shared silence becomes a language of its own, a dance that allows true feelings to surface unencumbered. In embracing stillness, we also discover it as a restorative practice. As we cultivate moments of peace, we nourish both mind and body. Scientific research has demonstrated that even short periods of silence can lower blood pressure, reduce stress, and enhance memory. This is not merely anecdotal. The power of stillness is woven into the fabric of our biological makeup, reminding us of its healing efficacy. As we reflect on cultivating stillness in our lives, let us commit to a daily practice of carving out these serene moments. Embrace stillness not as a luxury, but as a necessity, a sacred investment in our well-being. In our next exploration, we will examine the transformative impacts of stillness, how it can awaken our senses, deepen our connections, and help us navigate the currents of our shared human experience. The transformative power of stillness. As we immerse ourselves in the exploration of stillness, we arrive at an emotionally charged realization. Silence can be transformative, a catalyst for profound shifts within ourselves and in our surroundings. It's in the embrace of quietude that we awaken dormant potential, illuminating paths forward and fostering deeper connections. Let us delve into this transformative power, where silence becomes our guide, leading us toward deeper awareness and transformative experience. Begin by recalling a moment in your life when you experienced a profound shift. The world around you faded into a hush, leaving only the echoes of your thoughts. Perhaps it was during a quiet evening, perched on the edge of a sunset, as colors painted the sky. A moment when stillness unveiled clarity. What truths materialized in those serene seconds? This is the magic of stillness. It allows us to confront who we truly are, shedding our masks and exposing our authentic selves, often for the first time. The act of slowing down creates an opening, a space where emotions and insights can intertwine freely. Consider the journey of an artist who, after countless attempts to find their voice, stumbles upon a patch of solitude. In that quiet haven, inspiration flows, unfurling in ways it never could amidst the cacophony of expectations. This resonance speaks not only to the artist, but also extends to every one of us. What might unleash within when we grant ourselves the gift of stillness? Legend has it that Albert Einstein, one of the greatest minds of our time, often went on solitary walks to ignite his creativity. In those moments, he purportedly experienced flashes of insight that led to groundbreaking ideas. Imagine him strolling through nature, void of distractions, with only the symphony of silence urging him onward. How might our own moments of solitude guide us toward our eureka moments? In realms of spirituality and personal growth, one common thread weaves through countless narratives. Stillness offers a pathway to awakening. Many transformative experiences shine through silence, illuminating deeper meanings and connections. This journey within often challenges the status quo, questioning thought patterns rooted in fear and anxiety. By inviting silence into our lives, we open ourselves to a deeper understanding of our existence, a tapestry richly embroidered with experiences, insights, and emotions. Consider the practice of gratitude. How might silence amplify our appreciation for the present? In the stillness of reflection, we become more attuned to life's subtleties. The warmth of a loved one's embrace, the gentle rustle of leaves, or the laughter that lingers in the air. Gratitude nurtures connection, reminding us of the beauty woven into our shared experiences. How often do we rush past these moments, too caught up in noise to savor their richness? Let us turn to the story of Viktor Frankl, a Jewish psychiatrist who survived the harrowing experiences of Auschwitz. In the depths of suffering and solitude, he found himself contemplating the essence of hope, purpose, and meaning. Despite the chaos surrounding him, he described finding peace in moments of stillness and reflection. Within those silent interludes, he began to discover that even in the most testing of circumstances, meaning could be found. Silence became a sanctuary, allowing Frankl to navigate his suffering and emerge with profound insights on the human condition. Engaging with stillness holds a unique power to transform our perspective on grief, loss, and acceptance. Ponder those moments when life delivers its cruelest blows. The sudden loss of a loved one, an unexpected heartbreak, or traversing the terrain of illness. In the throes of pain, silence can serve as both a balm and a mirror, reflecting our deepest thoughts and emotions. Instead of rushing to fill that emptiness with sound, allow the silence to cradle you, offering space for healing. As we venture further down this road, we discover that stillness holds the key to forging meaningful connections with others. When we create spaces of silence within our interactions, be it with friends, family, or partners, we cultivate trust and authenticity. It's a powerful form of communication that transcends words, allowing our hearts to reverberate in resonance. Picture a couple sharing a tender silence, gazing into each other's eyes. Such moments communicate a wealth of love unspoken, a cacophony of feeling emerging from stillness. What if we trained ourselves to listen more intently during these shared silences? By allowing the weight of silence to hold a place at the table, we invite our loved ones to share their unspoken truths, moments that may otherwise go unheard in the clamor of daily life. In practice, this journey requires courage, for embracing the quiet sometimes unveils discomforting emotions. Yet, each still moment serves as an opportunity to deepen our relations, building foundations of authenticity that flourish in vulnerability. Within our exploration of stillness, we also discover a powerful ally for navigating the challenges of life. The uncertainties we face often escalate under the pressures of noise and distraction. As we learn to integrate silence into our lives, we find that clarity and solutions emerge organically. Picture yourself at a crossroads, faced with a difficult decision. Amidst the clamoring opinions surrounding you, a moment of stillness allows you to tune into your intuition, inviting deeper wisdom into your choices. Consider how stillness fuels personal resilience. In the tumultuous waves of life, moments of quiet become our anchors, grounding us amid uncertainty and turmoil. When faced with adversity, it is this stillness that steadies our trembling hearts. It reminds us of our strength, helping us withstand life's storms. How often do we only see the path forward clearly when wrapped in the soothing embrace of silence? In this transformative dance, stillness invites us to engage with the present, casting away illusions of the past or anxieties of the future. It asks us to fully inhabit our lives, a gift worth nurturing in our pursuit of authenticity, purpose, and connection. As we commence the journey into our final exploration, let us carry forward the understanding that the transformative power of stillness enriches the textures of our human experience. Each moment of quiet offers a chance to create, heal, connect, and grow, a reminder that within the silence, the heart beats loudly, whispering truths waiting to be heard. A shared journey into stillness. As we arrive at the concluding chapter of our exploration into the profound realms of silence, we now celebrate the journey, a collective odyssey shared by each of us navigating the currents of existence. Together, we've unraveled the essence of stillness, confronted barriers, cultivated a practice, and witnessed the transformative power of embracing the void. But how do we carry this lesson forward into our day-to-day lives? How can we collectively cultivate an appreciation for silence, the spaces between words, as a vital aspect of our shared human experience? At this moment, envision a serene landscape, a tranquil garden where nature thrives and stillness resonates. Here, across the expanse of life, we can see the fruits born from moments of silence. Recall the floating petals, the dance of butterflies, the gentle whispers of leaves under a soft breeze. In this space, each participant contributes to the collective symphony of silence, a harmonious exchange that over time cultivates resilience, creativity, empathy, and understanding. One practical approach to nurturing this appreciation for silence together is to weave it into our communities. In a world often governed by hustle and competition, let's create spaces to foster tranquility. A park dedicated to mindfulness, or gatherings intended for contemplation rather than discourse. Imagine workshops focused not merely on what we say, but on what we feel and experience during moments of collective stillness, inviting participants to explore their relationship with silence. How might such gatherings open avenues for deeper connections among individuals from diverse walks of life? Furthermore, advocacy for collective quietude plays an essential role in fostering deeper community bonds. In our hyper-connected society, we must embrace the notion of embracing silence not as a void, but as a powerful opportunity for engagement. It is time we celebrate and nurture the moments of stillness, reframing them as precious spaces for connection. Consider inviting friends to hold shares of silence, engaging in book clubs that include periods of quiet reflection between discussions. Can shared stillness become a portal toward authentic understanding and vulnerability? Through the lens of education, cultivating stillness in schools can shift paradigms, empowering the next generation to cherish the dynamics of quietude. Imagine classrooms where students first begin each day with moments of silence, a time for reflection before diving into learning. This approach allows them to cultivate self-awareness, focus, and emotional intelligence, enhancing both individual and collective growth. As we reflect upon the importance of silence, we must also embrace its role in nourishing our mental and emotional well-being. The pressures of daily life can weigh heavily upon us, yet finding solace in stillness serves as a vital act of self-care. Encourage friends and family to join you in engaging with mindfulness practices, immersing in nature, or simply embracing moments of quiet connection. Share resources, books, and personal experiences celebrating the richness present in silence. It's through this sharing that we can build a culture that honors and respects stillness. Yet, as we champion the importance of silence, we must remain sensitive to the diverse experiences of others, knowing that silence can take on different meanings for different individuals. While some find sanctuary within stillness, for others, it may summon feelings of isolation or discomfort. It's paramount that we respect these unique perspectives and create inclusive spaces where individuals can express distress and seek connection. In fostering an environment where vulnerability is embraced, we invite an array of voices to commune harmoniously within the profound beauty of silence. The journey into stillness will undoubtedly lead us toward encounters with discomfort and uncertainty. It beckons, inviting us to peer into the depths of our fears, dreams, and emotions. Nevertheless, let us approach these experiences with compassion, acknowledging that shared silence can foster connection while allowing for individual exploration and growth. Most importantly, as we embrace our personal journeys into stillness, let us do so with intention. Understand that each moment of silence is a chance not only to listen to our thoughts, but also the whispers of the world around us. We must cultivate a community that values these moments, encouraging one another to slow down, reconnect, and celebrate the richness around and within us. As we conclude our exploration into the depths of silence, let us remember that words, while potent, are made more profound by the stillness that encircles them. It is in this dance between sound and silence that the true essence of our humanity blooms. We are not alone in this pursuit. Like petals swirling in the breeze, we are interconnected through the silence between words. Ultimately, the question remains: how will you weave stillness into your life? How will you embrace the spaces between words, allowing silence to paint your story anew? As you carry this exploration forward, remember that within the silence lies a treasure trove of beauty, waiting patiently for you to discover, cherish, and share with the world.